Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this.
It's the LSU Tigers against the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt here in the booth, and joined on the field by Holly Rowe. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, down here on the field before the game, it is absolutely insane. These Ole Miss fans are letting Lane Kiffin know just how angry they are that he left to take the LSU job. Now he brings his Tigers back into the Ole Miss Stadium, and it is hectic. There's a lot of noise, a lot of excitement, and a lot of energy down here. Not all of it is positive being directed at Lane Kiffin. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense making their way on the field to open this game. They know their challenge today in this rivalry game is to keep their composure. Yeah, they won the last one, but it was close. These games always have a tendency to be close, regardless of the one-loss record coming in.
And, Chris, the thing I love about these types of rivalry games is that you never know when that play is going to happen. Typically, 2 or 3 plays are going to decide this game, but you never know when they're going to pop up. And the urgency on every snap, it's elevated because of that. That screen fooled nobody. Great recognition from the corner. As soon as the ball was snapped, he recognized what was going on, got into the backfield, and blew it up for a loss.
After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
What an outstanding job by this defense. We know this quarterback is electric, in particular when he gets loose. And here, even though he's able to break, contain, and get outside of the pocket, look at the pursuit. And they're able to cut off the angles and get him down.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He escapes the pocket. Past the 25. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Such a value add at the quarterback position when your guy can just scramble and move the chains. That is such a help to these drives. You can stay on the field. And again, if you can do that 2, 3, 4 times a game, you are doing a great job as a quarterback.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And they've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! Powering through a tackle. It's caught. He's got room. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
What an incredible play by this offense. It's 3rd down. The defense has got to be devastated. Chris, it feels like a punting situation, and yet they get the big play, a massive play all the way down the field, and they're set up 1st and goal inside the 5.
And the Rebels come to the line with 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. So the offense obviously declines that penalty in the defense, and the touchdown will stand. And they'll set it now for the extra point try. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Tigers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. The offense comes out trying to get off to a solid start. They feel like they have a good game plan, Joel, but on the other side, this defensive line, it's a bunch of game wreckers. It's been really hard to handle them all season long.
And they take such great pride in wrecking the game, Chris. When we talk with them, they talk about they're the best way to try to neutralize any offense, and that's certainly their challenge here today. Get after the quarterback and establish some ability to be in the backfield most of the time. This is a great job defensively on two fronts. One, the coverage down the field. There's nowhere to really throw this football, but also the pass rush was forcing the quarterback to stay in the pocket. Man, I thought he was inside of the pocket as he threw that ball away. I thought there should have been a flag, Chris.
This time, a completion. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
I tell you, Chris, defensively, this is death by 1,000 cuts. They just allow these hitch routes to create second and manageable, third and manageable. It's too easy for the offense. The off coverage has got to change. They've got to get up in the face of this wide receiver and force him to have a difficult release. Take away the easy throw, or else this is going to be a long game.
Now here he goes. Powering through the defender. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Well, this is the risk when you sell out to stop the run on third down. A lot of times you put all of those defenders up near the line of scrimmage. There are no levels to your defense, which means it's just one crease, one seam. And if the back is able to hit it, then he's off to the races and in space. Nice gain by this back. Beautiful job by the offensive line. And it's a big gain on third and short. Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense. And you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge. Let them get after the quarterback and create havoc in the backfield.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Using his legs, it's Barry. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. And it's Ole Miss in front. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So we'll start the second quarter here with a field goal attempt as they line up. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Alexander. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Lacey. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets the first and still running. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
They've got to change something up on defense because this defensive line is just not holding up. They're not winning at the line of scrimmage. These are huge, massive holes being created by the O-line, and the back is just taking advantage of it. They're going to have to commit more resources to stopping the run.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Haas. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now, once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
And the Rebels will line up on first and 10. Handoff to the single back. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The mark of a great running back is a guy that can make one miss. There's always going to be one player that is going to be your responsibility as a running back. And here, the corner is unblocked. They're in space. You got to make him miss. Be elusive. Corner does a nice job there getting him down to the ground.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. They'll bring him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 9-yard line. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Out of the gun now on third down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
That's a great stop for this defense. That's a manageable third down situation. You feel like you still have to defend against the run and the pass, and yet they're able to get the incompletion. That's a great job and an opportunity to get off the field here.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. It'll be a 26-yard attempt. Should be automatic. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And the kickoff will be returned. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Getting set. Here's second down. Dropping back. It's Levitt. Here comes the rush. The short completion of the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Green. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, this is the advantage of a good quality big tight end, is that he can basically just post up the defense on a third down and you create a first down for your offense. This is the type of mismatch that I think they should exploit the rest of the day.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Caught over the middle. It's Green. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
We got 4 verticals with man coverage. You got to pick your best matchup. He finds his best wide receiver, and now it's just a one-on-one. That's a great catch down the field, great ball placement. Even better, though, it is a massive completion for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Bringing pressure. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Chris, he's really got to be aware of where he is on the field. He was dangerously close to that pocket line. If he's inside the pocket, that really should have been grounding. To my eye, it looked like he was inside.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Barry. They bring him down after a short gain there. Crucial third down play after that completion. Looking downfield. It's Levitt. Lets it fly to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And now LSU will spend their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
No mystery who they're looking to on third down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Harris. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Here comes the point after attempt. And it's good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it on a crossing route. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. That completion makes it second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Caught near the sticks. It's Alexander. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
That's a good find by this quarterback. Remove the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Alexander. Ole Miss takes their second timeout now. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. A solid gain of 7 on the completion sets them up now 2nd and 3. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Great defense here and really good timing, because anytime you're going to bat that ball away, there's always a chance you're going to arrive too early and create a pass interference. But here the defender times it perfectly, swats it away for an incompletion.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, the pocket collapsing. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides to avoid the big hit. Ole Miss will call their 3rd and final timeout, approaching the final minute of play. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. The Rebels will have 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
What an outstanding job by the defense. The route was timed perfectly. It was a good throw, but it's just better defense to prevent the touchdown. Now this offense has got to go back to the drawing board.
2nd down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Using his legs here. He gets the first and still going. He goes out of bounds. They move the ball to the 20.
When you talk with quarterbacks, and in particular quarterback coaches, coordinators, play callers, they'll tell you that the mark of a great player at this position is a guy that can pick up 2 to 4 first downs with his legs. Sometimes it's not always going to be a quarterback run designed by the play, but the ability to improvise, get on the outside, and move those chains. What a beautiful job.
That one straight down the middle.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
Rebels will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out. It's Hall. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter, try to make up this deficit. Caught in the backfield. It's Barry.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Five-yard pickup on 1st down sets them up at 2nd and 5. A lot of play calling options here. Grab down the middle. It's Green. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
Offensive line getting set. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Ball handed off. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable 3rd down situation. The entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Levitt. The pressure's on. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The defense has it. Off and running. Touchdown, Rebels. And the defense joins the scoring party now.
Chris, this is something that we see week in and week out. Every one of these defenses and these defenders are becoming more aggressive at the football. You see the punches and the strips. They're trying to get that thing loose. And as soon as it's on the ground, you got the potential for scoop and score. This one's headed back for 6. What a huge play for this defense.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. Oh, and it's blocked.
That keeps the score. Ole Miss 19, LSU 10.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Tigers offense back out there. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Green. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense in a good spot here on 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard completion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Pass complete on the crosser. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback I absolutely love. Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
Quick throw to his receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. And that play moves the ball across midfield. First down now from the 42.
Man, seeing a passing game in rhythm is so fun to watch. And here, this quarterback is clearly in rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence. And he gets this ball all the way down the field. It's a nice play by the wide receiver. It's just great execution all the way around.
Play action here on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Green. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. So the completion yields 7 yards. Solid gain to set up 2nd and 3. Now they call a run. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Not quite enough for the first down. Going to be 4th down and just inches.
Chris, I would go for this. Every program uses analytics, and most analytics would tell you in this down and distance, you would go for it in this field position.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. On the tackle made, but it's enough for a first down. And it's Ole Miss in front. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the same runner's got it again. Eludes a tackle. Touchdown, LSU. Powers into the end zone.
Well, this is what makes him such a great player, is that once he breaks that first level and he gets to the second and third level, he's just so elusive and he's so explosive, and the defense just cannot corral him, and he takes off for a big touchdown. This guy is just electric on the outside. What a great back.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and he'll start at the 25. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. On first down, it's play action. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick, he's got nothing to do but protect the football, and thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble.
Smart to get down right there and avoid the big hit. He's able to get what he can get, and he gets down. Now you just live to play another down.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Coming after him. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, tough decision here for the head coach. I think they're probably going to punt this one away, rely on their defense. With this field position, I think that's what they need to do.
And the Rebels will have to kick it away. And finally, we have a punt, the first of the game for either team. Look at the leg strength, a booming punt. And he's got it at the 15. An impressive spin there. Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return. This drive starts in good position. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Back to throw. It's Levitt. He lets it rip. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45.
This is exactly what the offense needed to do. After the defense executed and got the ball back, they're able to come out here and start this drive in a big way, getting the ball down the field.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. 5-yard gain is a win on first down. Sets up now second and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker. They can use some yards here on third down. A field goal try will be from 54. Try and muscle for the first down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front seven. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
So here it is, a pressure moment. The field goal team on the field, a lot riding on this kick. He missed it. Off target that time. And It's still a 2-point deficit after the miss.
Chris, this is an extension of what I saw in warm-ups. It was a struggle. There were a lot of missed kicks, and here he comes out, and in the live game, he misses it again. I'm sure his confidence is going to be low, and now the trust factor. Is the coach going to put him out there for another kick?
Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Alexander. And the game just good enough for a first down. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. A quick juke. He goes out of bounds. They'll spot him short of the 35.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. And the Tigers now signal for a timeout. That's their first. Chance to strategize for this second down play. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Grinding away on the ground. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by LSU, their second. Chance to talk over what they're going to call here on third down. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Good throw. It's an RPO caught on the left side. And the final timeout called by the Tigers. They'll come together here and discuss the call on this fourth down play. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. The sure hands, it's Watkins. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Chris, I know this sounds crazy, but these are some of my favorite plays as a former quarterback. You get off coverage, and you can just take 3 yards. You take them, and now you're in manageable situations. So as a quarterback wide receiver, I know this looks like nondescript play, but man, these are important. Creating second and short, third and short. Nice job by this offense.
And the quarterback features the wide receiver. Has been one of the few bright spots with this offense today. Joe, can he make a play to make up this deficit?
Well, I think he might have to, Chris, because as you suggested, there just isn't much going right for this offense at this point, other than the matchup you've got on the outside. He's creating space. He's been reliable with his hands. That's where you can move the football. You might as well sit right there because that's what's working.
And he can't quite hold on to it. That would have sealed this game. It's second down now.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
These simple curl routes are so difficult to defend. From a defense's perspective, you got to try to anticipate and jump this route. But you better beware. If he double moves, he's gone.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Can't find anybody on third down. Throws it away. And now fourth down coming up.
No-brainer to go for it right here. Remember, players, not plays. Who's your best player? Who's your best matchup? I think that's who needs to touch the ball right here. This is the game.
Down 5 late in the fourth quarter. Of course, they're going to go for it on fourth down. QB decides to keep it here. Loose ball, a scramble for it. And the defense comes up with the football. This one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. Joel Pratt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, LSU was able to bring in one of the most highly sought-after coaching candidates last season. Lane Kiffin now has an opportunity to marry his system with some of the best talent available. LSU always has great players. Can they put it all together, get back in the college football playoff picture, and contend for a national title? Reese?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Dropping back, it's Levin. Looking for a big gain. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Texas A&M's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Mario Craver, and you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now here's Reed. It's complete to the left.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And that last completion left them with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Running inside. It's Morrow. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Oh, they're after him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Berry. Got a little grass. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. To the air, it's Levin. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot. We're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Reed. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Goes high to pull it in. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So first down here as they go back to work. They send the tight end in motion. Play action with Reed. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the counter. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Reed. Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but, man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but, man, that's probably one he wants back.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Back to throw, it's Levin. Makes the grab on the left. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
And, man, this offense is going to be so much fun to watch. How fast can they get it to play, right? Because every single player that we're going to highlight, whether we do talk about the receivers right now, they're all new. The offensive line's all new. The quarterback's new. Everyone in this program is new, Palmer, and it's on Kiffin to make it work and make it work quickly.
Well, the one thing you know is with this Lane Kiffin offense, these receivers are going to get theirs. They're going to get catches, and you got a really good quarterback in Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State to give you that opportunity. So while Thomas and Anderson from a year ago, those guys declare, there's a big opportunity. There's a lot of spots up for grabs here for these receivers to go down the field, make a ton of plays, stat it up, and score points for this offense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And these are the ones that they just add up, and they're so frustrating for a defender. Trust me, I'm a defensive guy. It's just annoying. You get him in third and medium. They're going to pass the football. You play the pass well, but, man, does he have a good feel. And he just pulls it down, and it's almost like he knew exactly where he had to get. Smart scramble. Nice job getting the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Pulls it on the option. Could be an alley. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Lets it fly. He's got it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Unloads quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right down the middle. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Throwing Reed. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires downfield. Finds a man on the left. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Here's Reed to throw. Pulls it in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The old saying is, you'll never go broke taking a profit. No matter how small, just keep building up the bank account.
Yep, and when the defense wants to drop back and not give up those big plays, a lot of times they're going to force you to be patient. And when you show them you can do that, it'll pay dividends in the long run.
Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Reed to the air again. He's got it. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station, and they want to catch passes in this offense.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Reed. Quick strike complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
They booted away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm, and I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
Here's Durham one more time. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Makes the grab. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll run it on the counter. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Levin. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
This quarterback doing a lot of good decision-making on that last play. First off, nice job extending, but then understanding what the coverage was, understanding nobody's open, and then going, hey, look, I can go get this myself, and finally, not only am I going to get this first down, I'm going to take care of myself, too. I'm going to slide. I practiced this all week. Little baseball slide action. We got a fresh set of downs.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Reed, under fire, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Dumps it off in the flats. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is exactly what you want on 3rd down defense, man. You want to drop back, and you want to make sure the ball doesn't get pushed down the field past the sticks, and then you rally up and tackle. Now, it's sometimes easier said than done, but he does a great job breaking on the football, making sure he doesn't get the first down. Really good team defense.
Just needs a crack to get a return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Berry. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run after the 31.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And how about about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run. Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Unloads it left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Keeps it on the option. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Quick release on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Throwing Reed. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
One of the things I like about this tight end is he's a target vertically down the field. That was a post route that time. And if you want to try to cover him with a linebacker, probably not going to be fast enough. You want to cover him with a safety, probably not going to be big enough. That's the matchup nightmare this guy can be, and his quarterback well aware of it on that throw.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Unleashes to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This one's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Big kick here. Can crawl them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy.
And that kick makes it a one-score game, but a lot of work left. Only one timeout left. We've got to get an onside kick. We don't have time to kick it and play defense and get the football back. Onside unit, what's your best look, man? Because you're going to need it right here.
Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
two names together and jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Palmer, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Seems like when these two get together, it's always a slugfest, and Alabama won a close one last season.
Yeah, it was Alabama that finished out the 12th round in that slugfest, too. It usually seems like the team that lands the last big haymaker wins, and that was the Tide last time.
I think that's why it's so important getting out the gates early. Both these teams know each other, don't like each other. Get out the gate strong.
Pulled down for the tackle.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that one.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
They'll give it to him again. Might have a chance. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'll go play action with Mack. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year to get his opportunity, and I think they feel like they've got the guys inside the building already that can take over the spot and lead this team to a national championship.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Finds a man in the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And here's the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So LSU's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
We've got 2 receivers playing in this game, 2 of the best in the entire country. 2 guys who had an opportunity to go to the next level, but they came back because they knew they had a chance to compete for a national championship. And now, David, we get this game where these guys are going to go head-to-head. They're seniors. They know the system. They have great chemistry with their quarterbacks, and they're ready to put on a show.
And if you don't think they're peeking over to the other side every time they're not on the field, you are absolutely wrong. This is that kind of showdown. This is draft stock jockeying, right? This is the Bolitnikoff at the end of the season. They want to make a name for themselves. Who is the best wide receiver? No better opportunity than to do it head-to-head, and we got that stage today.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to move them on the counter. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Third and 8. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got an open man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These 2 teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar competitor at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Austin Mack. Catch in the middle, it's Rodgers. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
Fires to the wideout. Grabbed outside the numbers. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A great catch and run for 6.
It's just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route, and the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards.
Number 31, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Green. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating group.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Levin. It's complete on the right side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll go with Durham. Maybe a crease. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The run inside. It's Berry. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Sets up the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on first. And he breaks the play. Touchdown LSU!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Mack. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Hauls it in. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Berry.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He stopped just inches away from the first down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rodgers. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. They'll go play action with Mack. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 31, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll start on the ground with Durham. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Could not make his way to the corner. Headed into the 4th quarter, these two wide receivers, prolific playmakers. Here's how they've done in this one so far. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. That's reeled in, it's Berry. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Berry. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
over the middle. It's buried.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. To the air, it's Levitt. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown tie. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Number 31, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. That's caught. It's Durham. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Caught on the left side by Wilson. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. That's caught. It's Watkins. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
across the 15. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Hey, finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
To the air, it's Levin. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Let's it go to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards.
And, guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. On the run, it's Hill. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.